Alright, okay. So, some of you may be wondering why this video took so long. Now, I could do the usual YouTuber thing and blame writer's block, my work in musical theater, or the impending possibility of World War III, but I've decided to just be honest with you guys. I've literally spent every waking moment of 2017 touching myself to that new Breath of the Wild trailer. You think I'm exaggerating, but seriously, I think I'm starting to get some calluses on my... Welcome back to Twilight Princess, the game that innovated on collecting large amounts of useless bullcrap as the only form of side quests years before Ubisoft ever assassined a creed. Whoa, this lady can tell me about the future of Link's love life? That's crazy! Hey, wait a minute. Computer enhance! You know, they're just starting to get really lazy with these ancient Sheikah languages. Also, she just wound up showing me Lake Hylia, which, haha, that's a neat way of delivering clues for the next piece of heart, but seriously, where's my true love? Is it a fish? I'm gonna go f a fish. Oh no, would you look at the time? I guess we gotta go back to the main plot. Which totally has to be more interesting than touching glowing things as Spider-Man. Wait, the Mirror of Twilight's fixed just like that? We don't have to go through another dungeon to get some super glue or scotch tape? I don't know, some staples? You know, if that giant rock had just had a BDSM safe word, this game would be a hell of a lot shorter. And now for Midna to give some very much needed backstory while the camera zooms in on a spinning portal, also that they wouldn't have to animate more than a couple facial expressions for Midna being sad. But really, who cares about Midna being sad? I mean, it's not like she's the title character of the game or anything. Oh my god. That's a bigger Zelda plot twist than when they made you get hot. Also, are we just gonna ignore the fact that this guy has fire crotch? Alright, it's finally time! We've had an entire game of build-up fighting back against the realm of pure Twilight to save Hyrule, and it's time to travel to its very source. What crazy new visuals will we encounter? What impossible dimension could be contained within this swirling mirror? What horrors? Oh cool, it's the exact same color palette as the rest of the game. Great job, arty-farty people! Wait, you're seriously concerned that the Twilight are going to judge you for looking like an imp? Midna, girl, A, you've got one of the largest Rule 34 collections on the internet, ain't nobody think you ain't hot, and B, these other motherfuckers are ugly as sin, they can't judge anyone! They're like the Donald Trump's hands of people. Welcome to the Palace of Twilight, where all of the enemies are just black versions of normal enemies. And Koji Kondo just sat on a synthesizer to come up with the battle theme. Yeesh, when I said I was willing to travel across dimensions just for Zant to give me some head, this isn't quite what I had in mind. Oh no, they filled the room with furry powder! Midna, don't breathe it in, we gotta make ourselves a DeviantArt account. Alright, I feel dirty even joking about that. Log me off, uninstall Google Chrome, throw my computer out the window. I mean, it's not like that could impact my upload schedule any further. Wow, a phantom version of a Zelda enemy appearing just before the actual foe? Oh, Twilight Princess, you're just filled to the brim with originality. And boss battles. Seriously, this fight takes forever. Wow, I can't believe furry powder is allergic to sunlight. Just like actual furries. Oh no, not a creepy stone hand making rock and roll gestures. That's the music of the devil. Jeez, I haven't seen someone's appendage move that slow since, Huh. You know, by now I'm just so done with this game that my instinct is to just default to a sex joke, but, slow hand doesn't quite fit with that. Damn. Remind me to come back to this one. Okay. So I guess the sunballs can do that? Do they really see this as an improvement? Hooray, I changed from being short and stubby to having demon eyes. And demon nipples. 50% more evil than regular nipples. And then I did the whole thing all over again. But a little different. Just like every Pokemon game. Da-na-na-na! You got the Master Sword improvement. You know, the sword that was already supposed to be the ultimate weapon, the blade of evil's bane, but yet somehow every Zelda game always has to find a way to either make it even better or replace it entirely. Look, being a literal representation of all that is pure and good in the world is nice, but what if we had a strobe effect? If I had a nickel for every time a girl told me that, I would be in severe debt. Okay, seriously, how egotistical do you have to be to make all of your sentries just look like your own helmet? That's gotta fall somewhere between Donald Trump and naming your YouTube channel really freaking clever. I knew I should have taken the stairs. Alright, the moment is at hand! After hours and hours and poorly paced hours of build-up, it's time to face off against the super ominous and imposing king of Twilight himself, Zant, who is ready for the totally fitting finale to one of the darkest Zelda games ever made with... And he's crazy. And into yoga. I don't know which is worse. Shout out to the writers of this game for including an answer to the age-old question, is Ganondorf still as much of a daddy even when trapped as a fiery head in between worlds? The answer is yes. Man, you know the real estate market is in a bad spot when even the big bad needs to borrow battle arenas from previous bosses. Damn it, I knew I used that head joke too quickly. Yeesh, I know we just kicked his butt, Midna, but you don't have to make fun of his appearance. Could you please just go a bit easier on him or... There, much better. Sticks and stones and magical hair might kill the out of you, but words will never hurt me. Okay, now it's time to go and fight the actual villain. And after all of this build-up, I am just ready to go. I'm gonna stab the first enemy I see right in the... Oh, for the love of... Giant impenetrable pyramid of dark Triforce power? Prepare to be bested by a hat. Some assembly required. Look, I gave the design of the Palace of Twilight crap for just being dark and bleary, but then to have the super secret actual final dungeon of the game just be foggy? And rain? Why is Twilight Princess ending in Seattle? Gee, I sure hope this is the biggest pig-type monster thing I have to deal with today. Hey guys, remember me? I'm the loose end nobody was worried about from the subplot that ended hours and hours ago. Let's pad out the game even further, shall we? Am I supposed to feel bad for this guy? You kidnapped children, you gave me a concussion, and traumatized the young girl into memory-affecting brain damage. Fine, screw you, run away to start filming Shrek 5, see if I care. Okay, now that I'm currently fighting my way through a giant marble palace with 7 chandeliers in one room, I'm starting to empathize with Ganondorf's attempts to wipe out the royal family. Down with the bourgeois. All right, seriously? I do 2 entire dungeons with the fate of all of Hyrule at stake, and the secret society dedicated to saving Hyrule only shows up to kill a few archers and dinosaurs? I could do that in my sleep by this point! This is the weirdest game of strip poker that I have ever played. And I go to college, I've seen some stuff. I mean, not like boob stuff, but stuff. Today's episode of 64 Things Wrong is dedicated in the memory of those killed in the siege on Hyrule Castle, and are now forever doomed to be a ghost that points out which parts of a block puzzle are safe for a dog to walk on. We're all trapped in hell. I knew I should have taken the elevator. All right, Ganondorf, your evil reign has come to an end. It is time to... Oh, did you guys think I was gonna go on a rant there? That I was going to, like, in-depth examine this cutscene and make fun of the fact that, like, Midna and Ganondorf are the only 2 that really seem to have beef here. Like, Link's just a bystander. Well, I was gonna do that, but oh no! Nintendo, you copyright claimed me when I tried to upload this part of the video. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry for trying to show off part of the game that you sent me review code of. I'm sorry, that's my bad, Nintendo. I guess now I just need to complain about you guys instead of complaining about, you know, Ganondorf. You're Ganondorf now, Nintendo. I don't know where I'm going with this, but they won't let me post footage, so I guess this is all I have to work with. Seriously, though, I consider myself to be mostly straight, but this guy right here, them eyebrows are smashing me right down the Kinsey scale. And now, because every final Zelda boss fight needs to include a tennis match, it's time to fight Zelda. You can tell she's evil now because she's got some basic as hell tattoos. Oh, come on! They wouldn't let Serena Williams pull off a move like that. All right, the princess has been saved, the evil expelled out of her, and now we can finally... Is there seriously still more to this game? Screw you, Ganon! Time to make bacon! And this fight is whack-a-mole. Remember that other time Ganondorf turned into a hideous beast in a last-ditch attempt to destroy the world? Yeah, it's like that, but whack-a-mole. Well, if that wasn't a metaphor for my love life at the moment, I don't know what is. Okay, Okay, we finally beat Ganon in his final form, so of course it's time to randomly get teleported outside while Midna does her weird spider god thing, but apparently it doesn't do jack, and oh my god, he just broke Midna's hat. I'm gonna stab you in your stab wound, you sexy son of a... You know, this version of Princess Zelda may be a terrible diplomatic leader that gives up at the very first sign of aggression from an invading nation, but at least she can somehow manage to shoot a moving target while riding on the back of a horse. In a dress, with magic. Wind Waker did this fight better. All right, this is the part where I pretend like I finally killed Ganondorf. But then he pops up in another form because of course he does. And, wait. Where'd his horse go? Did Ganon eat a horse? Okay, no, I've had it. I am done. You are telling me, after this entire supposedly grand and epic journey, where I did everything from herding goats to, herding more goats, the final battle for the fate of all of Hyrule is gonna take place in a transparent, walled arena, just randomly in the middle of the most boring version of Hyrule Field to ever appear in a Zelda game? That's your idea of a climax? You already peaked with the giant frickin' pig! You can't just try to do Wind Waker again, but without the collapsing ocean and the relationship between Link and Ganondorf and, you know, everything that made it good! I mean, holy crap, do you really... Okay, I'm getting out of breath here, but I think I'm gonna...
Open your eyes.
No, I can't do it. I'm done with Twilight Princess, okay? There's nothing redeemable about this. I can't even be sarcastic about how much I dislike this game. Just let me go back to sleep. Unless... Wait a minute. Are those boobs? Not just any boobs, all sorts of boobs. Why, I never noticed it before because of her amazing personality, but man, Telma's got nice boobs as well. Everyone in this game does. Everyone in this game has nice boobs. That's the secret, isn't it? People only like Twilight Princess because of boobs! Alright, I'm back in the fight, I'm recharged, and I'm ready to put my comedy skills to the test. Bring it on, Ganondorf, do something weird. Set me up for a grand slam of a comedic finale. Well, it looks like he fell for that one, hook, line, and sinker. Hey, buddy, could I have that back? I mean, it looks great on you, but I'm just worried that there might be some germs if you have it for too long like that. Might get a bit infected. Alright, so the exact implications of this scene are heavily debated in the Zelda community, but I can't just decide which is more disturbing. Zant spontaneously getting his neck broken when Ganondorf's power begins to fade, or Zant deliberately snapping his own neck to defeat Ganondorf himself. Really? You couldn't have been that much of a badass during our boss fight instead of just hopping around like a Cartoon Network show on acid? And now for the part of the game where people with chibi fetishes go, "Aw, Midna's less hot now." As for me, well, yay, more boobs. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've reached the end of our long, very weirdly paced adventure through Twilight Princess. And by weirdly paced, I don't just mean game design-wise, I'm talking about my upload schedule too, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much more. And while I have to admit that Twilight Princess isn't my favorite Zelda game, doing this series has shown me that for a lot of people it very much is. And I think that's great! That we can all have different opinions about which Zelda title is the greatest, that different aspects of a game matter more to different people, and that at the end of the day, we're all just fans, enjoying something we love, whether it's by endlessly praising it or making fun of its rather chest-obsessed character design. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is... goat herding is still bullshit. Haven't changed my mind on that one. See you when Breath of the Wild comes out. Hey there, did you enjoy this video? Why not hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or click on one of the thingies that's on the screen right now. It'll take you some other videos, you know? I make other videos too. It's not just the one video, I swear.